This beautiful 15-year-old is now in the fight of her life after a horrific shark attack. The teen from Aspen, Colorado was on a dive trip with her family on Tuesday in the gorgeous waters of Belize when she suffered the gruesome attack. Annabelle Carlson had just completed the dive on a popular tour. Her family says she took off her scuba gear and jumped back into the water for a swim when the shark ferociously tore into her right leg. It was a very aggressive, very traumatic, terror-filled fight for her life. She was able to fight off the attack as best she could, but was critically injured in the fight, a family friend posted. The high school student who ended up losing her leg was airlifted to a local trauma center, then flown back to the U.S. In Annabelle's case, something went terribly wrong. I spoke to wildlife biologist and Shark Week host Forrest Galante. What would make a shark attack suddenly?
Likely that jumping motion, that jumping back in the water spurred something like the splashing and the thrashing that happens from legs kicking. It was a case of mistaken identity where the shark came up and went, "Ooh, this might be food," took a bite, and then sure enough, it resulted in a pretty negative instance.
Videos on social media show 15-year-old Annabelle as a fun-loving teen. Incredibly, a friend tells Inside Edition today that she's in great spirits despite her harrowing shark attack.
One of the most important things I want to share right now is that we are being informed that the victim is okay, is alive, made it. What is the magnitude of the damage, we don't know as yet, but certainly an unfortunate situation. We're very saddened about it, but I want to highlight that this is something that is very rare, and I don't think this is the time for say, well, we don't want to go swimming again or something. There must be some other reason why that happened, but it's too early to say right now.
For tourists who may be wondering if it's safe to swim in our waters, what do you have to say to them?
Listen, this is a very rare case. While we are saddened about it, we look at the facts. For the past 30 years as such, we have never had any kind of this type of accident as such. There's nothing, I believe there's nothing to be worrying about, that be scared or something, whatever. We're safe. We're safe.
Just watching the rescue team make it to our area was
It's very exciting.
very intense. We were really holding on for them. Yeah, it was unbelievable. The system of ropes, the way that the pulleys were working, the number of guys that were involved,
The speed at which it was happening.
the speed at which it was happening. Yeah, they really planned. You could tell like everything was like completely being done perfectly. The first people to reach us were Mr. Peter Friesen and Mr. Wendy Garcia. And initially, they were able to arrive on a rock that was about 10 or 15 feet away from us. The water had so much force that it was impossible for us to even jump like 6 feet to another rock. Totally impossible. So when they did reach over to us, like they basically got us off the rock that we were on, basically with their own bodies. I believe that was Peter Friesen.
Yeah.
And
They were able to pass us from the one rock we were on to the other one,
yeah,
and then put us on the kayaks, which were carried by the ropes. After making
Mr. Wendy.
They did a trial to see how it would go and how we would reach the shore, and then it was just we had seen them do it, so we knew
Yes,
how it
that's
was to
true.
be done,
Yeah,
and we just did it exactly how they did it, the rescuers. And then once we reached the shore, we were just, it was over. Yeah.
for us,
for us.
but the team still had to, come back in and gather up their equipment and make sure everyone was secure there. But
On Saturday, I have received a call from a colleague of mine. First one from a guy in Monkey Bay, and then second call came from one of our supporters, the Spanish Road Rescue Community. So I got a call of a two-person that was stranded at the Rion pools in the Mountain Pine area. So we responded to that incident later on that evening. Rescue is basically a very technical, as you guys have seen on the videos and pictures that the water level was really up, the current was really strong, so all factors had to be taken in place. No room for mistake, obviously. However, when we got there, we combined it with the guys on the ground, which was the Spanish Boat Fire Service, the EMS, and also the BDF and the forestry guys that was on the ground. So, in order for us to pull out this rescue, several things had to be done. We had to go to the drawing board and bring out some of the ropes and necessary equipment that we had to rig in order to maneuver down the rapids to where the patient were. So what we did was we set up a line across the river, a rope, and then on that rope we used to traverse left and right up and down the river so we could access the patient downstream. This is why we train. We train a lot every day, every weekend, every time we run different programs for different agencies in the country and the community. So training, guys. So at the end of the day, once you train and you got the skills on unlock, everything should fall into play whenever you get a situation like this. After all, this was one of the most technical rescue we have ever done so far because of what the challenges that we have. For this, the main thing is not to get in this position. You want to basically update yourself on the weather condition, know what's going on in the river, or where we're going to swim. Information, I think prevention is better than actually getting into the situation. And so at the end of the day, know and follow the weather, see what the river weather is doing, where we're going, if it's from the flash flood or anything like that.